Okay. Okay, so I believe we are streaming now. Let me show you my beautiful face. Okay. I wanna check in my mobile because this is my first time like streaming. I don't know. Let me have a check. Am I streaming or not? Oh yes, I'm streaming. Hey, what a handsome guy. Okay. Well, let me have a check on the audio. I'm streaming. Hey, what a handsome guy. Okay. You know what I'm noticing? I'm noticing like a lot of noise on the background. I don't know. It might be because of my my audio settings. Maybe I need to add like some kind of filter here. This one. Okay, I have added like a noise filter. Is it better now? Okay, I have added like a noise filter. Is some kind of echo going on here? Yeah, the echo. Okay. I'm not sure I'm gonna get this job because I'm brewing here right now that I'm not some techie guy. But I believe everything is good. The echo is coming from my phone. So let's get to it. Okay. This is like something out of focus or what? Okay, this is good. Oh, why can you? Are we good? What do you need? Like, is it? Guys, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna like write the first comment in the chat. Oh, please feel free to join if you care, if you like want to help me along this process and any other to come because I live in Colombia, okay, and my current job is in Spanish. I work for a business here in Colombia, but I want to make a transition into uh, multinational. I don't know how to say that in Spanish, in English, but um, yeah. I need to practice my English. I need to like practice my questions for the interviews, so I don't end up looking like totally uh, uh, crazy guy trying to work in something that he does not understand. So I'm gonna be sharing all my process here through YouTube. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be sharing more like development related videos, because if there are if I don't find, or I don't get another hiring process invitation, I will be doing something else. So, for example, after this information I'm going to share right now with you, I'm going to be like scoring my students. I am a teacher for engineering students. I teach them mechanics and electromagnetism. So I'm gonna be scoring some of them, because tomorrow I have to to share with them their grades for this first what's the oh my God, I forgot. Okay, this first period, this first oh, I forgot. I'm making an application actually to save this kind of information, but this is so okay. It's better now. I'm making an application to store that kind of information for students in a course. In a course, you can make like multiple. What's it called? Let me check. Okay, I have the application here, so I can like check and term for the first term. Oh my God. So I have to grade their exams and share with them tomorrow. So I have some work to do. But I will be like share with you my experience today about the first interview. I have the phone interview. I wasn't aware that it was going to be in English, because it was the human resources person. Um, and that person asked me for, I sent them my curriculum in English, and they told me, no, you must send it in Spanish because we want to assess, assess we want to assess your writing, your communication skills in Spanish, and blah 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 blah. Blah. Yeah, it's okay. I'm Spanish. It's okay. I'm going to be I'm going to be holding this or having this interview in Spanish, but no, that wasn't the thing that actually happened. Um, uh, that woman called me and hello. Can I talk to Daniel? And I was like totally afraid, and I was like, yeah, yes, I'm Daniel. Why are you scaring me so much? And I don't tell her actually that, but my communication was like awful because I haven't practiced my English in a while. So I wasn't ready. I asked for I asked her to reschedule my interview, my phone interview, because I told her I wasn't available at the moment. I'm kind of busy. Could we please rearrange this phone call? That was the word I used. Now I know that it's reschedule is the better word for that. Um, but she told me, "Oh, it's okay, there's no problem. We can, of course, reschedule your interview." And she told me, "This Monday we can do it. It will be perfect. Okay, okay, this Monday." And 9 a.m. And I was ready for 9 a.m. I was practicing my English the day before. You know, there are three videos about my preparation for that interview. And the 9 a.m. on the Monday, she didn't appear. So I was totally afraid that I messed up with my awful English and poor usage of of the words, but but the thing was that somehow my interview appointment was lost on the system. I don't know what happened. She she had no way to communicate with me through email, through anything, because something happened and all the information was lost, and she couldn't get get to me. So I like write I wrote like many emails. I called to the company number phone number here in Colombia. I I did everything I could until I got to someone. Nobody could find my application process. Nobody know even who I was. So I got like really scared, like, oh my God, that woman like erased my application because I was so rude with her on the first phone call. But I was just mistakenly taking things out of proportion. And when whenever and at a point I got to someone that could help me and communicated to someone and someone else and blah 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 blah, and until that woman called me again and sent me and told me that she was sorry that the information was lost. Please, can we reschedule the call and everything? And okay, I said no, it's okay. I felt something bad happened, and she told me no, it was okay. So we rescheduled the phone call, and after that, I I got to talk to her like in a extended period of time. We talked like for 10 to 15 minutes maybe. And she asked me about my experience as an Android developer, why I wanted to work with them. She asked me about the technologies, my stack. How do I make Android applications? What kind of Android application have I worked on? And what else? She asked me about my salary, and at the end, she told me that I was okay for a senior Android position, and I was to help senior Android developer technical interview that is going to happen tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Colombia time. So I was totally happy because I started like in Android like 4 years, maybe 4 years, something like that, like freelance and trying to learn by myself and all the stuff. And I got an opportunity to work at the company that I'm working now here in Colombia. I have learned a lot, but I believe that I need to keep going up and up. I don't want to stay there for all my life. Many of the guys who work with me are have been working there for like 10 years. There's a guy working for 15 years, has been working for 15 years, and I don't want to keep 15 years, go working 15 years in the same place. And that guy working 15 years is a semi-senior, so a mid-senior Android developer, 15 years. I couldn't believe that. So I decided I had to go anywhere else where my skills and abilities can be better rewarded and appreciated. So I'm totally like, I don't know, agradecido, ¿cómo se dice en inglés? I'm totally uh, thankful. Well, I don't know. I'm thankful with them because they give me that first opportunity that maybe I would have to work more for that, and I got it, and I got to show, and they promoted me. They promoted me from junior developer to a mid senior, like in 2.5 years. So I guess I'm a good developer for them. They kind of value what I am, but I believe the opportunities to grow inside that place are like reduced because each business can give their employees as much as they get from their customers. So I need to go up to a place, to a bigger place, yeah, bigger place, a multinational, where I can take advantage of my knowledge of my English, where I can take advantage of my knowledge in mathematics and physics. So, yeah, I see this as the right step, as the right step for me. So So I want to move on to go to the next step in my career as a developer, which is something I'm taking very seriously. I'm going to be a developer no matter what, and and I expect this to be this new job opportunity to be the best uh, decision. So I just wanted to update on the status of my hiring process. I'm not sure if I'm going to be hired, but I believe I have a big chance to get into this job. And yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you today. The interview process went well. She told me that I looked like a good candidate for the position, and I'm going to be uh, part of a technical interview tomorrow. So after that technical interview, if everything goes well, I will tell you. If anything goes wrong, I will tell you too, so you don't make my mistakes. You don't repeat my mistakes, but expect uh, uh, other kind of videos on this channel on other kind of subjects, not only development related or interview related or Android related. Maybe I'm going to talk about things other than software. Maybe I'm gonna talk about physics. Maybe I'm gonna talk about, I don't know, pretty much anything. Maybe I'm gonna like waste your time. So yeah, whenever you receive a phone call from an interviewer, you must be prepared to answer this some particular questions. I believe I have like, yes, here it is. You need to practice. If you are not native English speaker, you need to practice how to answer a phone call because until that day I wasn't ready. I don't even think that. So I wasn't thinking even I need to know how to say hi. Yes, this is Daniel speaking. So this I when I got to that moment, I like, yes, it's me. That was my answer. I don't know if it was good or not, but I believe saying yes, this is Daniel speaking is like more professional, huh? So she told me I am this woman, and I'm calling you from this company to the phone interview, and I basically say. Hi, she asked me how was I doing? I'm doing well. Thank you for rescheduling the call, and I'm sorry I was very busy at that time. That was what told her. How about you? I told her like yeah, I use this particular uh, phrase. I apologize. I was really in the middle of something. So she told me, no, it's okay. No, don't worry. We had some inconvenience here too. She asked me if I have time that precise moment to have the interview, and I totally agree with her. I say yes, I have all the time you need. Maybe we can go out together. Okay. So she told me that that was the initial call. She wanted to know me a bit better and know about my experience, as I told you, and answer any questions I might have about the position of or the company. I told her, brilliant. I'm happy to chat about the role and know more. And she asked me this question. These questions are always the same, okay? Uh, can you tell me a little bit about your background and what you're looking for in your next role? That's a good question. And I told her, sure, I'm an Android developer with more than 3 years of experience, mostly working on banking applications and formularies. My recent role is at this company. I have extensively contributed to architecture decision, business logic, and UI implementation of financial applications for clients here in Colombia, with some more minor details. I'm not looking for a role where I can grow technically and take on more responsibility so I can keep increasing my momentum as a software developer. That talks really talks about you. For that precise, I kind of prepare in advance for that phone call, and my preparation like paid off because I I'd say the part when I say I'm an Android developer, blah 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 blah. That part I can tell like with no problem, with no hassle. But the last part I forgot, so I had my I have my little helping guy here, and I came and read, and I'm looking for a role where I can grow technically. Na, 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 and I got into track again. I got in track again. Uh, I prepared this one, which is a common one asked for from interviewers, but she didn't ask that, and it was what attracted you to this position or to our company? And I was prepared to say something like I was drawn to the position because I know the possibilities at your company. I know about your workplace culture. I know this and that information about this company, but she didn't ask, so I move on with her. Do you have any salary expectation at this point? I'm open for for discussing a fair range based on the responsibilities and level of the role. But from my research, I'd expect something in the range of something to something. You need to know what are the ranges in your country, and what kind of role or what kind of seniority are you going to end up when if you receive the role. So if you are going to if you think that they could hire you as a senior developer, you need to know how much a senior developer earns in your country, or maybe a mid-senior, maybe a junior. You need to know. For example, here in Colombia, a junior earns something between 2.5 million Colombian pesos or 3 million Colombian pesos. to like, I believe the maximum is like 5 million, something like that. And from that, it goes up, goes up. Uh, But I added this part that is really important because if you really want to be hired by them, you need to be open for their proposition. So I said, that's it. I'm flexible for the right opportunity. So if the job is nice and the company is nice and you want to get there, you are willing to sacrifice like a couple of bucks, okay? Here is an here there is a a tip in here. Give a range if possible. Don't lock into specific number too early. So you should not say I want 20 million Colombian pesos because they are going to think like okay, this guy does not know how this works. They always have like pay ranges, so they had in their uh, secret like me in a sheet in a sheet a paper. They had like their pay range. So in their paper it says like from this number to that number, and if you like say a number, a fixed one, and it is out of that range, it might uh, remove you from the process. So bear that in mind. And then that wasn't we didn't talk about this. I Now that I think about it, I should have asked. But uh, they usually say that this role is on site or hybrid or remote. Would that work for you? But she didn't ask, so I believe it's a remote role. So I let it pass. I was like a bit afraid also because she was, I believe she was like Russian or Polish, and her accent was like a bit hard for me sometimes. She speak clearly, but her accent was like challenging for me. I'm gonna remove this. Um, okay. To that, I was ready to say, yeah, that worked for me because I really want to work in this place, at this place. But maybe I was after reading the ambience, I was ready to say like I prefer a remote or a hybrid setup. Okay, is there flexibility in the arrangement? Because you have to be honest. Because if the arrangement doesn't work with you, you're going to waste their time and your time. Uh, this one I got asked. When would you be available to start if everything moves forward? Um, I say I need to give around 2 weeks, 2 week notice to my current employer. So ideally around this date, April the 3rd, something like that. But I'm happy to work with your timeline. Okay, you show interest. You told them you would like this date, but if they need like it to be faster or it to be a slower process, you're okay with that. You are willing to compromise. And this is important, and they always ask you like before we wrap up, yeah, antes de terminar, do you have any questions for me about my company or about the role or uh I said yes, yes, I have a couple. Can you tell me more about the team I would be working with? That's a good one. She told me, no, we are still. picking the ah the candidates, and you will be assigned to a project, and you will be assigned to another one, and blah, blah, blah. This is a consulting company, okay? It's gonna be hard work. I'm prepared for that. Um, and after that, I told her, well, what does the rest of the interview process look like from here? This is good because she told me, oh, you're going to have a technical interview, and this guy is gonna ask you like some concepts about Android development. Uh, you are going to have like practical knowledge on Kotlin and Java and Android and Gradle and so on and so forth. Uh, and after that, uh, you will have a final interview if you approve, if you complete this process successfully. You are going to have another interview where an offer will be made to you. And then she told me that if it was all, and I say that yes, it's okay by my part. And she said, "Thank you so much. It was great speaking with you. We'll be in touch soon about your next steps." I said, "Thanks. I appreciate your time and opportunity. I look forward to hearing from you." Bam, bam, bam. And that was it. That was it. That was it. It went well. And I have my technical interview tomorrow. I've been practicing a lot. I've been reading a lot. I've been doing like many Android, uh, many everything. Okay, I'm gonna share with you like this. Where is it? Okay, let me see. Let me check if you are okay. Where I need to. Okay, okay, okay. Let me see the if I'm sharing the screen like properly. Uh, yes, I believe you're seeing it. So yeah, I've been practicing. Okay, I've been doing like to remember because you don't do it is like something like unfair. I believe because you are asked to know many things by memory that you don't remember because you don't use them all of them uh, day after day. So like you don't set up a service every day. You set up a service once for a project and you don't use service like anymore until the next project. Like for example, I set this location service and then I worked on yes, a worker. Someday I did a worker, and every time you need to set this up, you like go to the documentation and have a check, give it a try, and you end up making it run, and it's okay. It works until you know the basics, you know how to make it work, but you need like the opportunity to go to the a browser to the internet browser and have a check and yeah, but here they are going to want you to remember how to make a pagination. For example, you like make a rest consumption, uh, a get I don't know what's the rest. Haces una petición, ¿sí? ¿Sí? Haces un consumo. and you get your list of dogs, as in this case, dogs breeds. This is an API which have information about dogs breeds, and but they want you to know how to make it into a flow, for example, and make that flow to be to be life cycle aware. So they want it to be view model scope, to use them. They want you to use the view model scope so the pager knows when to start. Yeah, and for example, you can hear like I here use compose to make this lazy column, and I obtain the breaks from that flow, which executes along with the instantiation of the view model. This is not the one. It just starts, yeah, it starts. Uh, I'm not sure this one because this one is not like it's not like I don't specify where it is started. Like for example, here in counter view, I make um, I make this flow to start on the start. So it start on the start of the view model scope. So the view model scope is it have a life cycle that is very short. It's like it started and then it's destroyed and no more. But this piece of code here assures that this load initial data is only executed once. So, for example, when you pass through configuration changes, let's go to this. Is this one? Yeah, it was loading, but if I turn my phone, like rotate my screen, it doesn't load again. So this uh, makes sure that this piece of code load initial data only runs one and is life cycle aware. So whenever the bemol is destroyed, it is guaranteed that it's not going to be bothering the application. This here is to like show something about the model view intent architecture presentation pattern, where you process intents and the intent content intent increment, and then you call the increment function to update the state of the this state flow here, yeah, which is in turn which is in turn uh, observed here in the screen and update the number here. But as you see, if I turn my screen, the state is retained. It's not lost. This is important because whenever you rotate the screen, all the view is restarted, is destroyed and recreated, and the composables are recomposed. What else? What else? So I have many. This is go to secondary activity is by intent. I'm like for this here. This is the secondary activity. So in the main activity, whenever I press that button to go to the secondary activity, uh, I don't know where is it. I just launch the where is this activity secondary activity. So I launch an explicit intent to go to the secondary activity and start activity, blah blah blah. So this is, for example, an implicit intent because you launch the intent and you say that you want you don't specify which activity is going to execute this intent, but you just say that you want to pass a URL. So you use URI, and whenever you do it, the Android system like decides how to open, how to execute that intent. This deep link one is for open your application to execute intents from other applications. Uh, this is, for example, a location service. So I implemented a service here, my location service, which extends from service, and my location provider. This location provider is an interface. Where is it? It's here, which defines location updates. Is a flow. This is one that exposes the location to be shown here. So whenever I change the location, this value here is updated and is shown here in the screen. This is a basic function to start location updates, or stop location updates. Uh, I make this service like bound. It's a bound service. So so it is binded to an activity. It's made to be binded to an activity. And uh, whenever whenever it's bound to an activity is like very safe, because whenever this activity is destroyed, is removed from the stack, the service stops. Yeah, the service stops. So it does not keep like uh, asking for the location and wasting battery. Mm, what else? Here I override the start location updates and stop location updates, where the only thing that you need to do is to remove location updates, the callback. Uh, this is the on start is a command that is executed whenever it enters the activity. It is executed, I believe, in the where is it? Where is it? After creating is here. The noise. Where is it? This is star sticky. Okay. Well, the on start, the on start, where is it? The on start command is launched on the after the on create, when the activity context is like available. So it is guaranteed to start whenever I go to this activity, and there is executed on the start, which is start location updates. This function here, and this checks if the permissions are available, and yeah, that's it. In here, I have like an update to this location request. Location request. Yeah, to request location updates. Uh, this location request is needed by this request location updates to in order to obtain the location. I'm really tired. I've been working really hard on all this stuff. The good thing is that whenever you go, for example, let me location activity here on the you create this object service connection. This is where you bind the location service to this activity and set up the location, the start location updates. If maybe it's not started, has not started by itself, you can force it to start here. And yeah, this is the observe location function. This one serves uh, to collect this flow location updates that is defined here in the interface. And from that location, from that flow, I got the latitude and longitude and show it here. That's it. On start, I launched this activity using an intent and I passed this location service. This is an explicit intent, and I told it that it's a to bind the service. In the on stop, I unbind the service. When it's unbound, the service is not bound, it is stop. Yes, this is it. Here are many, many, many things. I'm not sure that I understand totally all, all of it on its totality, but but I understand most of it, and I'm capable of like set up this kind of stuff of this kind of stuff. For example, what else did I use? Where else did I did? I did. This is retrofit. Okay, I used retrofit to consume the GitHub API. Uh, this one here, like launch a worker, for example, in this screen, whenever it enters, it launch a worker, and if I do next, we are navigating here between fragments. When we go back, it start a worker again. If I do it like twice, it start two workers. So maybe you want to keep one worker or to do both workers. So you need to work on the logic to stop the first one whenever you navigate away from this screen. But this was mainly to show that or to have something uh, fragment navigation. Uh, this one is okay. Uh, Networking activity, this is a GraphQL query button. So this performs a GraphQL query to the SpaceX API and get some information about the capsules. These are capsules. I'm not sure what capsules are. I believe they are like small rockets or something. These dragons are spacecraft. Here is the description. Here is like the capacity, the thrusters, the kind of fuel that it uses, and a Wikipedia link to know more. This one was really nice. I learned a lot about GraphQL, and yeah, it's very. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's retrofit GraphQL. No, this one. No. The network activity. In the network activity, I launched like these methods: fetch dragons, and here is a lambda on result, which is called whenever we have a success. So this is launching us in a dispatcher IO coroutine because we want to make an IO uh, uh, transaction in AO. And where is Apollo client here? You use the Apollo client, which is initialized somewhere else. Where is it? Where is the Apollo client? Here. This is here just for testing purposes, but it should not be here, of course. Apollo client, you use the SpaceX. URL, and you build the Apollo client, and then you use it to make your request. For example, here I'm passing a get dragons query, execute, and it shows the response. If it has errors, I'm logging here. Well, well, here if it has error, it keeps going, which should not be done like that. Uh, but for example, if you want to get dragons, you go here, and the here is where is the query? Not this one. No. This is here somewhere in the GraphQL. I need to go to the project view where to the GraphQL here. This is what you do, okay? Get dragons. You can build these ones using the website, the schema explorer part. And for example, there is this dragons, which is a request to get all the dragons. And here is the information which is active with crew capacity, description, the Wikipedia link, the thrusters, everything. And you do this, and the GraphQL engine takes charge to build this one. This is auto-generated file. Do not modify. This class was generated. Apollo GraphQL beta 7. It does everything for you, okay? You just need to specify what you want, and it builds these queries, and then you use them with the Apollo client, and you got the information you want. I use retrofit also. Retrofit I use with the GitHub API to get some information about the retrofit repository and the contributors. So here's this guy who basically has done everything, 1,373 contribution. Then it's a bot with 245, and there is Swan KSE with 233 contribution until this Proman Su with 3 contributions. Burke, I don't know. So yeah, this is retrofit. I haven't like built the cater REST consumption. I have used cater in various of my projects, but I cannot. I'm really tired. I was trying. What else? What else? This the builder pattern where you can make any class. You can make this constructor like private, like in this case, or maybe you can even make it public. If you make public, you can use the constructor in this way here. But whenever you make this one here private, you cannot use the constructor, but you are uh, forced to use the builder. The builder, this class, this is a inner class of the user class, and it's a class builder. You can change this number for whatever you want, like builder, toolder, whatever. Doesn't matter. But you have to use that. It is recommended to use Builder because it is recognized among developers that the Builder pattern is used this way, so it will be nice. It would be nice. Here you define the methods to set each of the properties of this object, and then you call the build. Build is the only one allowed to call the constructor, which is private. Private is can only be used inside this class. So here it says Cannot access constructor, blah blah blah. User is private. And okay. You can like make it leave it like public and allow people to use constructor or not, but you you get the you risk for someone to mistake and when building an object and setting badly the properties. This one is factory. I couldn't bother. I just go to the simplest example, and I make this interface shape with an abstract function draw, and then I inherit or extended shape, a circle, a square, and triangle from shape, and implemented the draw function to be called whenever is necessary. And then I constructed this factory, which is capable of constructing any of these instances of these objects whenever you ask for one of them. I could have used like sealed classes here, but I'm too tired to do this. And there you call your factory, create a shape, and you ask for a circle, and a circle you get. What else? What else? I showed the MBI. This is MBVM with paging. Uh, and that's it. That's it. I use catalog, version catalog, which I love. I don't know, but I have the understanding that some developers don't like catalog, version catalog, but I love it. Here's the build Gradle, where I have like all my dependencies, for example, for pagination in Compose, for navigation in Compose, and also UI material, activity Compose, retrofit. I was thinking about adding like dependency injection, but oh my God, I'm too tired to do that. This is for location using play services. This is Apollo runtime for GraphQL. Yeah, that's it. Uh, I'm thinking about like sometimes uploading short videos explaining really how all of these things, each of these things works. But I don't know. Maybe in the future when when I have a community, when I have someone interested in these matters, I will do it. For now, I believe I'm going to be doing like some kind of random videos and no development specifics. It to me it seems like it needs a lot of effort for from my part to make a video regarding development in Android and components and showing how a service work and everything. And I believe there are many guys who do this better than me. I just want to share my experience. There is this interview process and others that come in the others from the future, uh, others in the future. But maybe I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna write this in stone. So yeah, this is it. I believe we're going to wrap it up for now. I'm going to end up this what is called this live stream, and I'm gonna start a new one. I'm just going to be here like running my students and not talking at all, I believe. But if someone gets to this live stream and wants to chat a bit, I'm quite open. I would like to. I would love to. So please do not hesitate to write in the chat. So yeah, this is it. See you in the next. Bye bye.